Attention recruit, you've been cleared for access to sisterhoodsleuths.net, your mission headquarters. Inside, you'll find your kit, free books to sharpen your mind, VIP passes for direct intel from Kathy Warshaw, exclusive merch that marks you as part of the unit, and private updates you won't intercept anywhere else. Welcome to the Sisterhood Sleuths podcast. Today's briefing, Empowered to Rise. This is your field guide to building resilience when the mission goes sideways, finding mentors who can guide you through uncharted territory, and uncovering the purpose that makes every step forward count. Accept this mission, and you don't just survive, you rise.
Okay, what if I told you there's this world where young people, maybe not much older than you, are dealing with actual danger, uncovering secrets, even facing betrayal.
Wow, yeah.
And all while trying to figure out some kind of global conspiracy. Sounds like a pretty wild ride, right?
It really does, like something straight out of a movie.
Totally. A story where the heroes don't just sort of find their purpose, they actually have to fight for it, boldly, you know?
Yeah.
Expert, this isn't just like a made-up fantasy scenario, is it?
Well, it is a story, but it's absolutely not just that. What's really remarkable, I think, is that this whole vivid, action-packed world of the Sisterhood Sleuths, that's what they're called, it comes from the mind of Kathy Warshaw.
Okay. Kathy Warshaw.
Yeah, and she's not just writing cool stories. She's using them really cleverly as a way into her Empowered to Rise framework.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Her vision isn't just about the thrills, though they're definitely there.
Yeah.
It's really aimed squarely at giving young people real tools, real life lessons for the stuff they actually face.
I mean, seriously, who wouldn't want to dive into a story like that? And what genuinely blows me away is how she does it, how Kathy Warshaw weaves these super high stakes adventures with insights that are actually practical and empowering. It's like you get lost in this great novel, but then you come out the other side with maybe a clearer map for your own life. It's pretty amazing, her ability to blend that storytelling with foundational wisdom for teens and young adults. It feels really fresh.
It really does. And it shows she gets how to engage people, how to inspire them. She proves that figuring yourself out, building resilience, finding your purpose, it doesn't have to be some dry, boring thing.
Yeah.
It can actually feel as exciting, maybe as challenging as solving a global mystery. And that makes those lessons stick, right? Makes them much more memorable.
Which brings us right here to our deep dive today. We're going to pull out some of the most important nuggets of wisdom from Kathy Warshaw's book, Empowered to Rise, how teens and young adults can build resilience, find mentors, and their purpose.
Great title.
It is, right. So our mission today is basically to unpack these insights, make them feel really accessible, and maybe, just maybe, light a spark for you to start your own kind of empowering journey.
No global conspiracy required.
Exactly. Unless, that's your thing. So, expert, where do we start? When we talk about what Empowered to Rise really offers, what's the first big takeaway?
Well, I think the foundational message, the one that probably hits home for a lot of people right away, is this huge sense of release. Warshaw just puts it out there. You don't have to have it all figured out.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right. I mean, think about the pressure, especially now, with social media showing everyone's highlight reel.
Totally. It looks like everyone else has their whole life planned.
Exactly. There's this unspoken thing, like you need your career, your identity, everything mapped out before you're even, 18, 20?
Yeah.
This message is just, it's like permission to exhale.
Oh,
have you felt that? That pressure to know everything, now?
Oh, absolutely. For sure. It's like if you don't have a 5-year plan by age 15, you're somehow failing already. And that kind of thinking, it can just freeze people, right? Before they even get a chance to explore anything.
Yeah, paralyzing.
But Warshaw offers such freedom in just that one thought. Like you said, it's permission to breathe.
It is. And the power of that idea gets even stronger with what she says next.
Yeah.
You just need the courage to take the next step.
Okay.
So it's not about having the whole blueprint. It's just about figuring out that one single manageable thing you can do right now. It shifts the focus, away from this massive, overwhelming goal down to just, okay, what's the next little move? Instead of staring at the whole mountain, you just focus on the first place to put your foot.
That makes so much sense. And that's where you see it perfectly mirrored in those Sisterhood Sleuths we talked about. They didn't just wake up with a plan to tackle a global conspiracy. They definitely didn't have all the answers or know what was coming, but they took that first bold step, then the next one, often into something totally unknown. That's real courage, isn't it? Just moving forward when things are foggy.
Precisely. That first leap,
Yeah.
or even just that first small step,
Yeah.
that willingness to move even when it's not all clear, that's like fundamental. Whether you're facing a tough class project or trying to figure out what's next after school.
Okay, so connected to that, let's talk about something we all need, because life definitely throws curveballs: resilience.
Oh, yeah. Crucial.
The source defines it so well, not as like never having problems, but as getting back up even when life knocks you down. It's less about being perfect and more about pushing forward, learning from failure, and growing stronger. It accepts that, yeah, setbacks happen. How does that play out in the real world, maybe outside of the sleuth's drama?
Well, it's a basic truth, right? Think about, say, a student who bombs a test they really studied for.
Yeah, I've been there.
Right. So the resilient response isn't, okay, I'm terrible at this subject, I quit. It's more like, okay, why did I fail? What went wrong? Maybe I need extra help. How can I study differently next time?
Okay, yeah. Learning from it.
Exactly. Or an athlete who loses the big game. Resilience is showing up for practice the next day, working on skills, trying to come back stronger. It's seeing setbacks not as dead ends, but as like data points, opportunities to learn. And that perspective is just vital when you're navigating all the challenges of being young.
And again, the Sisterhood Sleuths are such a powerful example here. The source says they face danger, secrets, and betrayal, but they never give up.
Yeah, pretty intense stuff.
And it's not because they have superpowers or anything. It's because they believe in their purpose. They have this like deep inner reason that keeps them pushing forward no matter how hard it gets. That link between resilience and purpose feels really important.
It really does. And it makes you ask, okay, what fuels that kind of determination? The text points right to believing in your why.
Your why.
Yeah. When you have a strong reason, maybe it's passion for something or a sense of responsibility or wanting to make a difference, finding the how gets a bit easier, or at least the motivation to keep trying stays strong. And the source directly says this to you, the listener. You have that same strength inside you, even when it feels buried.
I like that.
It's a great reminder that this isn't just for fictional heroes. It's in all of us.
That's such a boost. Like, okay, you might not feel like a superhero today, but that spark, that ability to bounce back, it's there. So we have resilience.
Yeah.
What does Warshaw say is another crucial piece for building a life that feels, supported and meaningful?
A really big piece of that puzzle, especially when you're figuring things out, is finding a mentor. The text calls it one of the best things you can do.
A mentor, okay.
And a mentor isn't just someone giving advice. It's someone who listens, encourages, and challenges you to grow. It's about having someone in your corner who really sees your potential.
Yeah, sometimes even when you don't see it yourself. What I find really helpful here is how Warshaw defines who a mentor can be. It's not some scary formal person you have to track down.
Right.
It could be a teacher, coach, family member, or even someone you follow online who inspires you. That really opens it up, doesn't it? Makes it feel way more doable.
Totally. It democratizes mentorship in a way.
Yeah.
They might be right there, or even someone whose work you admire online.
So what's the key thing about what mentors do, or maybe what they don't do?
Yeah, that's a crucial insight. She says they don't give you all the answers. They ask you the right questions and help you discover your own path.
Ooh, okay, that's different.
It really is. It separates a true mentor from someone who just tells you what they think you should do. It's about fostering your thinking, your self-discovery, which fits perfectly with the whole empowered to rise idea, right? Helping you build your own internal compass.
That is a game changer. Guiding, not dictating.
Yeah.
And if you connect that back to the whole support system idea, it's like the Sisterhood Sleuths, right? They lean on each other's different strengths.
Exactly. They're a team.
Yeah, like a little collective of mentors and mentees figuring things out together. The source is so clear. You're not meant to go through life alone. You got to build your team, find your people, and then, importantly, trust that process. Create your own support network.
Absolutely. The sleuth's analogy works so well there. It's not about finding the one perfect guru, but about understanding how valuable connection and collaborative growth are. Having people who believe in you, but also push you a bit.
Okay, so we've got resilience, we've got finding mentors and building your team. But how do you even know, which direction to go in or what kind of support you need? A lot of that comes down to figuring out what actually excites you.
Yeah, your passions.
Yeah, and the source asks this really cool question. What if the things you enjoy doing right now could become your career one day.
That's such a powerful idea.
It totally challenges that old advice, that you have to pick something sensible over what you actually love doing.
Right. And the text gives real examples: writing, designing, coding, dancing, creating videos, or helping others. These aren't just like fluffy hobbies in this view. They're skills, interests, potential careers. Warshaw wants you to see them as seeds for your future.
And she really pushes back on the idea that passion doesn't have to be just a hobby. You can actually explore it. Take a class, volunteer somewhere, share what you create.
Yeah, get feedback.
Right. It's not just messing around. It's actively opening doors you might not even know exist. The more you learn and do, the more possibilities pop up. It's like following clues step by step towards your future, even if the final destination isn't clear yet.
And that links right back again to the Sisterhood Sleuths. They didn't wake up knowing they'd take on a global conspiracy.
Definitely not.
But their path sort of emerged. Step by step, clue by clue, they found their calling. It's a great metaphor for how finding your purpose often happens. It's organic, not always linear. It reinforces that you can find your calling too, just by following what sparks your interest, what gives you energy.
This leads us to something else Kathy Warshaw weaves in so well. The basic human need for encouragement, for community support.
Yeah, so important.
I mean, everyone needs that reminder sometimes, right? That you're doing okay, maybe even better than you think. We all get those moments of doubt.
Oh, for sure. Imposter syndrome is real. And the Empowered to Rise framework isn't just theory. It offers tangible ways to get that support. For example, Kathy Warshaw's Sisterhood Sleuths collection.
Yeah.
It's designed to give you that daily boost through what she calls motivational items.
Okay, so like merchandise, but with a purpose.
Exactly. They're not just random products. They're meant to be anchors for these ideas.
Yeah.
Like she mentions empowering mugs to start your morning feeling strong.
Nice, a little caffeine and courage.
Yeah. Or posters to remind you of your worth, which, let's be real, sometimes you need that visual cue hanging right there.
Totally.
And journals to track goals, thoughts, progress. Turning these big ideas into something concrete you're working on. It's about creating an environment around yourself that reinforces positivity.
It really highlights how those small, everyday things can actually have a big impact on your mindset. Like the source says, sometimes all it takes is one quote, one sip, or one look to remember, you've got this.
Simple, right, but profound. It's about building your own personal ecosystem of motivation. And she even mentions the Sisterhood Sleuths Rewards program, which isn't just about getting stuff. It points to building a community around these ideas, keeping people connected and motivated together.
It feels really holistic. From the exciting stories that grab you to the practical advice to these little daily reminders, it all seems geared towards empowering young people to really navigate their world. So as we start to wrap up this deep dive, what are the absolute core takeaways from Kathy Warshaw's Empowered to Rise that we want people to hold on to?
Okay, summing it up, I'd say first, Warshaw powerfully emphasizes resilience, not just bouncing back, but growing stronger from challenges.
Yeah.
Second, the huge importance of seeking mentorship, building your team, recognizing you don't have to do it all alone.
Right. Find your people.
Exactly. Third, fearlessly pursuing what genuinely lights you up, understanding your passions can lead to your purpose. And all of this rests on that foundational, comforting truth. You don't need all the answers right now.
Just take the next step.
Just take that next step.
It's fascinating how those pieces fit together, isn't it? The courage for the next step, the resilience to keep going, the wisdom to ask for help, the joy of following your passion. It feels like a complete recipe for, well, thriving. And that leads perfectly into the final thought from the source material. It really ties it all together beautifully.
It does. It says, you're growing, evolving, and learning, and that's enough. Be resilient. Find your people. Follow what lights you up. And when in doubt, let the Sisterhood Sleuths remind you that the world needs your voice.
The world needs your voice.
Wow.
That's powerful. It's not just about you feeling good. It's about the impact you can have.
Yeah, it shifts the focus outward a bit.
It really does. And it makes you think, okay, the Sisterhood Sleuths had their global conspiracy. But what are the secrets, the dangers, the puzzles in your world? Maybe in your community or school, or even just a personal challenge you're facing? What needs your unique voice, your empowered spirit to help figure it out?
That's a great question.
Just like the sleuths found their big purpose by tackling that mystery, maybe your own journey through resilience, finding mentors, following your passion, maybe that's exactly what will lead you to discover the unique contribution only you can make. What will you uncover?
You've been given the coordinates. Now move. Head to sisterhoodsleuths.net, collect your kit, secure your perks, and join the ranks of a community built to keep you strong, connected, and on purpose. The window is closing. Extraction in T-minus 10 seconds.